y'all. Woo! I'm Julia. I like to party and drink and go out. But I feel like since quarantine, I've really settled down a lot. You know, I stay home more, which is a stark difference because I used to be going out drinking every night, you know. And I used to go out and drink and make all these decisions I'd regret, you know, like one-night stands, crying in public, throwing up on my friends, just normal stuff. And now I'll still get drunk and make regrettable decisions, but it's different. Like now I'll get wasted and then I'll just buy a really long book on my Kindle. I used to also do this thing for a while where I would black out and then the next morning I would wake up in all these crazy situations and not remember how I got there. Like this one time I woke up in this guy's home who was homeless. So it was a tent and I was like, oh my God, maybe he's really into backpacking, you know? I don't know. Now I'll still black out and wake up in crazy situations, but it's different. Like now, I'll get drunk and the next morning, I'll be like, holy shit, I slept with my socks on. Yeah. Now a big night out for me is double fisting candles at Home Goods. That's what I do for fun. I did go to Home Goods recently because I upgraded to a queen-size bed. Yeah, it's huge for me. Physically, the bed does seem huge for me now, but also emotionally it's huge because, as you know, I was sleeping in homeless man's tents. And I have never felt as inadequate as I felt in the bedding aisle at Home Goods. They had nothing for me. They had this one bed set, and it was all white, and it said queen bed set, 9-piece set, right? So it was a fitted sheet, a top sheet, and then 7 pillowcases. I have 1 pillow. 7 white pillowcases? That is not a bed set. That is a bulk pack of Klan uniforms. She liked that way too much. Home Goods, miss. That's where you find. No, I do think that overall drinking is my vice over smoking weed. I don't really love weed, but I do feel like really cool when people offer it to me, so I never know what to say. I'm always just like, oh my God, no, but thank you so much for asking. I feel really cool. The only other time I felt that cool is when I was walking down a crowded street and someone came up to me and they were like, yo, you know where the skate park is? I didn't even know we had a skate park. Yeah, and I was in DARE, you know, so I know like a million ways to say no to drugs, but like none of them really apply to me now. Like, I feel like I can't be like, what is that? Weed? No, I don't want to lose my football scholarship. Or like, what is that? Drugs? No way, I don't want to miss graduation because I'm in jail. Marijuana? No way, I don't want to kill my whole family just for drug money. I guess I could still use that one. That one felt like it hit home to someone over there. I'm sorry. They don't teach you how to say no to drugs and still look cool. But I figured out a couple ways to do it that don't ruin my reputation as a cool party girl. The first way is if you're in a smoking circle and someone passes you a smoking stick, you just say, what is this? Weed? Cool. Very important, you've established you think weed is cool. And then you say, what strain is it? You just went from knowing nothing about weed to being a scholar. And whatever sort of pig Latin strain they tell you it is, you just say, nah man, I can't do that shit right now. Like, you're gonna do it later or something. They have no idea. The other way to still look cool and say no is if someone passes you a joint, you just say, nah, man, I only smoke crack. That one's cool. That one works every time unless someone else in that circle has crack on them. Then you have to smoke that crack. You can't just go around demanding crack, and if someone whips out a crack pipe out of their back pocket, that's hospitality. You have to... That's like if you went to a dinner party and they were serving ham and you didn't eat any of the ham, and the host came up to you after and they're like, hey, why didn't you eat any of the ham? And you were like, nah, it was more of a spaghetti and meatballs night for me. So they reach in their back pocket and they whip out spaghetti and meatballs, throw it on your plate. You have to eat that. Also, spaghetti and meatballs in your back pocket is called spaghetti and seat balls. We can talk about that later. Yeah. So that one only got me in trouble once. So this one time I was smoking crack. And I did the crack. And I passed it to my left, as is etiquette, as you know, in a crack smoking circle. And the guy next to me looks at it and he goes, what is this, crack? Cool. What strain is it? All right, thanks so much. I'm Julia Colasanti.